Hi everybody, I'm Kitt Kiarie and welcome back to another video. Today I am offering advice every single day. I think maybe some days pass without you people asking me for advice on my Instagram, but I get asked this so many times. Maybe I give good advice. Maybe I don't, but here we are. So let's get into it, and please subscribe, please like, share, comment down below. Yeah, and let's get going. If you learn you have a new sibling outside from a second wife, so from your father's second wife, okay, is it bad to connect with them? The first wife doesn't know. No, of course not. No. I think every person has a right to have a relationship with their person, so you don't have to seek any kind of permission from anybody to connect with your brother or sister. It's up to you what you do, you know. I'm in a toxic relationship with my dad. I said no to him forcing me to go get married. How do I live in peace? If you are old enough to marry, I really hope you're old enough to not be living with your toxic father. It's your life. You're the one who has to live it 100%. Nobody is going to live it for you. So you have made your choice, and now you just literally have to forgive yourself for whatever you think you have caused your father. Forgive your father, seek therapy. I find therapy really beneficial to me, and just block. I don't know, I'm big on, by the way, there's nobody you have to relate with. There's nobody you like. If you don't relate with them, then it's the end of the world. Everybody can be blocked, you know. If you are not feeling like you can continue the relationship with your father, keep it to a minimum. Keep it to the bare minimum. My dad is having an affair with my mother's sister. Kindly advise on what I should do. And you found out? I just want to know how you found out. Woo! Oh my lord, how did you find out? I just need more info. I need so much more info about what you should do. I would confront my dad and be like, I know this about you and auntie, and I am going to tell mom if you don't. That's disgusting. Like, stop that business. And if he's like, no, I'm actually going to continue doing that and this, that, and the other. First of all, the sister. Ew! That's disgusting. I can't believe there's families that operate like that. That's so nasty. Ugh. Eeh. Okay. Yeah. So, mess it up. Like, spoil that situation. That between him and your aunt, that's disgusting. You should not do that. Maybe your mom knows and doesn't care, but tell your dad that you know, just so that you have actually done your part as you. That's what I feel. Okay. My husband is still sleeping with his baby mama. It's been 7 years. Okay, babe, and you've put a heartbreak emoji. Love, you chose this. You chose this life. 7 years. My child is 8. So literally for all Kendi's life, my husband has been sleeping with somebody else, and I'm okay with it. You feel like you think you're not okay with it, but you chose it. Whatever you don't change, you're choosing. So you still being there, complaining about it, doing absolutely nothing to change the situation that you are in, because you cannot change other people. You cannot change him. There's nothing you can say, there's nothing you can do to make him change. He has to want to change. He will never change because you're okay with it. You keep allowing him to operate in that disgusting manner that you don't approve of. So he will continue having his cake and eating it. Like, what is the point of him leaving her and there's no repercussions? So if it's not working for you, then do something about it. But it seems that it is working for you, because you're still there 7 years later. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't even know if I'm sorry, because 7 years is a long time to be putting up with something. I don't know if I'm sorry for you. It seems like whatever situation you're in there, it's working in one way or another. It's working for you. Sorry. Do you think women should shoot their shot on men? My friends have been pushing me to. Honestly, I do. I truly do. If you like somebody and you be like, yo, Brian, I really like you and I want to go out, let's go on a date, you know, and take the person out on a date and see if they like you, see if you like them. Because you know, you can be attracted to somebody and then you go on a date with them and you're like, ew, my bad, you go the other way. But I really think we should actually take more control into our lives and into the trajectory of our lives, and not just sit back and wait for men to approach us, wait for men to ask us on dates, wait for men to ask us to marry them. It's waiting. Our whole life is just waiting. No, ask the guy, and if you're rejected, you get good at it. That's how men have gotten so good at asking women for dates, because they're rejected every single day. So ask the guy, yo, I really like you, let's go on a date, and see, you know. So yeah, shoot your shot, shoot it. Would you quit your job to make a career change at 28? I want to study coding and become a software engineer. Oh yeah, there's no time limit for when you can do something else, and you can switch careers and, you know, kind of swerve. There's no age limit. There's so many people all over the world who are highly successful now, who did the same thing for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. They swerved and are doing something that they completely love and are completely successful at. So yeah, swerve, change your career. It's in fact, 28 is quite young. Change your career and do what you really do love. You know, passion, money follows passion. So I've heard. So yeah, I would advise you to do that if you actually wanted to do that. Has your husband contributed to your success a lot, or is it your hard work and your mother? All of it, of course, obviously, yes. A lot of business acumen that I have is because of Martin. He's bright. He's like the brightest in the industry. You ask around, ask about him. He's so clever. So he has supported me. He has taught me stuff. We discuss things. Why does this bumblebee want to kill me? Why do you want to kill? I'm filming. Thank you. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that I know is because of him, and I owe a lot of success to him. I also owe a lot of success to my mom. She teaches me, she supports me, she encourages me. I owe a lot of success to my hard work and consistency. I keep showing up for myself even when I don't feel like showing up. I'm here. I owe a lot of success to my family, to other content creators for taking me in, teaching me the ropes. Guys, this bumblebee is this big. I owe a lot of success to many things. So I can never say I did it alone. That's not possible. I didn't do it alone. Okay, so the nanny topic. Is it okay to ask for a HIV test so as to hire a nanny? Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I do know that it is illegal to not hire someone based on their HIV status. So if you're asking for the test so that you can hire them because they are negative, then that is discrimination. And if this person knows their rights, they can take you to court. I don't recommend you do that. Don't ask people for tests to work in your home. This is blatant discrimination. Do you think when a husband says his money is his money, is that a red flag? Are you people just asking questions just for the sake of... Yes! Yes! That's a massive red flag. Even you, if you say your money is your money, that's a massive red flag. In a marriage, you share money, guys. You share money. And if one of you is not willing to do that, I know there's some religions. Okay, I know in Islam, his money is your money and your money is yours. But if that's not like religious or whatever, guys, no. In a marriage, you have to be an amazing partner. Be a good partner, please. Okay, to take care of my child alone or to take baby daddy to court for support. Honestly, for me, I would always opt for take care of my child alone. I don't have the thing with going to court and being owed something is it takes so much out of you. It makes you live life on a deficit. When money is owed to you, you are not at zero, you are at negative whatever, 40,000, negative 3 million, negative whatever it is that's owed to you, you are that negative. My mom told me, if somebody ever owes you money, be like, fine, that person owes me money, and start from zero, because from zero you can build. From negative 40,000 you can't build anything. You're stuck, you are crippled, you are bitter, you are upset. Just focus on your kid and just keep it pushing and forget about that guy. Imagine one day if money comes, money has come. But if you have to spend money and energy and time chasing a small amount of money, let you be using all that time, energy and money to chase a huge amount of money. But if it's a small amount of money, and if you've been currently doing it, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Imagine he is dead and operate with that premise. Him is dead. Let me go forward with my child. I just turned 19 and wear the pressure of getting my life figured out. I'm feeling so confused and lost in many things, and my peers out here are just making big moves. Help me figure out my situation. Your 19-year-old peers are making big moves. Get off social media. That is far-fetched. That doesn't seem correct. Get off social media. Your peers are not making big moves. 19-year-olds are not doing anything. Our times have changed. Have times changed? You are 19. You're not even 20. You shouldn't have anything figured out. Chill. My first recommendation, get off social media. TikTok is going to lie to you that people are out here making millions. Those are 3 people and they live in the States and they started when they were 12 and they are reviewing video games, and that is what no. 19-year-old Kenyan people are figuring out just life just like you. There's no pressure. Take your time. There's no pressure at all. At all. What's your take on your man following your friends on social media and they aren't mutual friends? I don't get it. What's the question? People shouldn't follow people? I'm confused. I'm thinking maybe the person asking this is quite young. Don't people follow people on social media? What does following mean? Or does following mean something that I'm not privy to? No. There's people can, like Martin can follow whoever he wants. It doesn't matter who he follows. Now, if I did not trust him, then I'd have an issue with him following someone. But I do trust him, so he can follow whoever he wants. My younger brother and his girlfriend had a fight yesterday that started off because he wouldn't look after his 6-week-old baby. who had just been vaccinated as his girlfriend took a shower. His reason was he was tired and he had been hustling all day and wanted to sleep. Anyway, the fight went from 0 to 100 to the point where he threatened to turn violent, and my girlfriend ran with the baby to her mom's house. My brother caused a fracas there asking for his baby and really disrespected this late woman's mom. I confronted him, and now this morning I don't know where to start and what to do. Honestly, don't forget about your brother. Go and talk to that girl and tell her, please, please, please break up with this person. Just look out for her. Look out for your fellow sister. Your brother is not a safe space for her and her young child. Not a safe space. She needs to stay at her mom's, where she currently is, and figure life out, because that's really bad. For a man to say, I'll beat you, you don't threaten violence. That threatening violence is an act of violence. And I think people think it's a joke at, oh yeah, he only threatened, he didn't do it. Threatening violence is your willingness to commit violence. So talk to that babe, tell her to stay away, beg her to stay away, and tell her you're looking out for her. It has got nothing to do with her brother. You like her, you love her, she's a good girl. I don't know if she is, I'm just guessing here, but woman to woman, she's not in a safe space. Your brother is not a good guy. I've recently been struggling in my relationship. It might be that situation of you already know what to do, but I feel like I don't. A few months ago, I found out my partner had been chatting with his most recent ex. For context, they dated for 4 years all through campus. We started dating a year and some few months after their breakup. Their contact happened after we had been dating for 1 year. My partner initiated the conversation. It was first professional and slowly got personal, to the point where they were talking almost daily, constantly for 3 months. This is when I found out. I assume if it hadn't, it would have been continued. If I hadn't found out, it would have continued. From the full phone call log, okay, had only entries for the most recent month. My partner called her on a daily, whereas he didn't even call me that much. Okay, is the issue that he's not calling you as much as he's calling his ex? I'm just kidding. I kid. One day I found out they had a flirty sexting chat on WhatsApp and even met later in the evening. He swears nothing happened. Do you have a problem with him chatting and flirting, or do you have a problem with him physically cheating? Because if it's any of, or either, is it one or both? Because if it's any of them, then you have a problem and you have to address that problem. But if it's, oh yeah, he can chat and flirt and, you know, send sexy messages to somebody else, as long as they're not meeting, I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter if nothing happened. They were already sexting and chatting and flirting. So do you consider that cheating? If you do, then do what you will do. For me, I would be like, that's unacceptable. That's a great disrespect to me and into our relationship. So I would not hang about until he cheats or until I catch him cheating. I would make my way out and allow him to pursue his other interests. Okay. Oh, it continues. After this incident, he promised to cut off communication. He blocked her on normal calls and texts, but not WhatsApp. He also changed his phone password and refused to share it with me. His reason was because I changed mine. When I changed mine, I offered to share it with him and he refused, but I wasn't given this choice. He also said I snoop on his phone. I might have done it when I found that conversation. Yeah, obviously you do snoop. You do snoop. That's why you found the conversation. But when I but it's not something that I do daily or even weekly. So he said I had to swear to never go through his phone to get the password, and I declined because I didn't want to get a password with conditions attached to it. Okay, my problem now is he acts like this whole ex thing was no big deal, and I feel like you don't go looking for an ex and chatting them every day for over 3 months with no feelings. I feel like the apology I got versus the act and the heart I felt do not match. I feel owed more from him. I feel like he could do that and never felt any remorse. He might do worse. First of all, he is doing worse. He is currently doing worse, and you just don't know about it. So I'm sorry that you have accepted the apology, but you think he owes you more apology, and you think that he is not doing worse. I don't know. I don't trust him, and neither do you. And that's what you need to figure out. You don't trust the man you're with. What are you going to do about that? What you don't change, you choose. Okay, I have a colleague in the office who is stressed out and I don't know how to help. She was in a financial crisis and she requested some cash from another colleague to sort out her medical bills and then to repay. Her boss called her and asked about the cash story. She was shocked how they had agreed with a friend, but now her boss had found out. Apparently this babe went to get a lawyer, got the HR so that her salary can be deducted. She obviously can't afford that. How do I help her? I don't know how this is any of your business or your problem, but just being there for her and supporting her through it maybe could help. But what the other person did was completely wrong and unnecessary. I think you can just be there morally for her. If you don't have the cash to lend her, then you can just be there morally for her. You don't take on kind of fixing the problem on her behalf, because now it will become your problem, and if you're not able to fix it, very many times people get resentful at the person who was trying to help them. So I would kind of stay in the background, supporting and helping and offering any, if it's financial that I can offer financial. If it's emotional or, you know, support that I can. But other than that, I would, yeah. I'm pregnant. I have a boyfriend of 4 years. He's a great man. He's really excited for this new journey. He's asking me to move in with him. The thing is, financially, I'm doing better than him. I earn triple of what he makes a month. I stay in a nice 2-bedroom house in a good neighborhood. He stays in the ghetto. I asked if we can get a house and cost share, but he doesn't want to compromise. He has toxic masculinity traits, saying he can't move into my place and I can't pay his rent. Okay. That's his decision. Now he can only afford like half of what I pay. I honestly don't want to live in the ghetto. I want to break up with him, but I'll let him be in my child's life. Do you think I'm making the right decision, or is there anything else you think I should do? First of all, I don't think you should move in with him, and I don't think you should break up with him. I have never advocated for people moving in with each other, and especially while pregnant. I literally have a highlight of this on my Instagram, so you know the link is down below. Just go there and read all of those stories. Do not move in with somebody while you're pregnant. Have you stay in your home, let them stay in their home, get the baby and move from there. But this thing of, oh, I'm pregnant now, let's move in together, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Yeah, so I don't think you should break up. If he's a good guy, don't break up with him. Just say, no, I'm not going to live with you, and it's because we are not married. Like, oh, why should I live with you? I will live where I live, and we will raise this child together, and move in when you're married, you know, if you get married, if that's what you want. Okay, my boyfriend cheated in 2019 with 3 different girls. Around that time my dad was sick and died. I'm sorry about that. So I think I wasn't really ready to deal with my boyfriend. He apologized and I took him back. I felt really bad afterwards, and I felt like I couldn't really leave him now that I had already forgiven him. But deep down I resented him. Guys, do you know that you can change your mind? Do you know you can change your mind? You can say, you know what, I forgive you, and I lied. I didn't actually forgive you. I just wanted the peace. I was emotional. My dad had died. I'm so resentful. I actually cannot continue with this relationship. Let's break up. We're breaking up. I'm breaking up with you. You can change your mind. You're allowed. You're a full-grown adult. Okay. Earlier this year, I revenged on him with a colleague and he found out. Okay. I reminded him of his cheating and I told him it was revenge, and he was like, I forgive you, let's move on, we're still together. But to be honest, I just feel like leaving him. We've been dating for long, almost 7 years, and I feel bad if I break us up. We've talked about marriage and frankly, I don't feel like I'm ready to settle down. He has proposed twice and I have said no. Oh my gosh. Should I just dump him and start afresh with my colleague or other prospects, or stay and try and make it work? Leave, babe. Like that, you're not happy in that relationship and you're kind of toxic. The relationship seems quite toxic. He's toxic, you are toxic. Move on and do some internal work. Do some work on you, because you're hurt. You're hurt and you are kind of carrying it like a badge. Do some internal work with a therapist, a good licensed therapist. Okay? But leave. Maybe one day you'll come back to each other, but for now, My husband resigned from his job since 2020 due to job pressure. Life has not been easy. We have 2 children who needs taken care of. I've been supporting with food and kids and school fees from my small salary, but it's really straining his parents and brother. So my mom suggested we move to her place until my husband gets a job. Should I go? Yes. I can't afford to pay the rent and school fees. I love my own space and peace, and I feel I will be so stressed living with them. My husband is doing nothing to get himself a job. I'm so stressed out. Move into your mother's today. Move. Your mother has offered you a home. Move in quickly. Move in and make it work. Sometimes we have a saying in Doluo, sometimes you step back so that you can, you know the way you pull a sling and when you let it go, it comes with momentum. That's what you need to do. You go back and you gather, we call it omohua, you gather that momentum from back there. You can't gather momentum from here. You have to go back to gather momentum. Move into your mother's house today and get all that pressure off, and then you can start thinking from there. Because right now you're so stressed, you're so pressured. You just figure, I need money. But when you move into your mother's house, you get so much support, because the money for rent, you don't have to pay it. Now you can put it on this. You can move back. Hey, Menjet, it's not ideal, but it's not forever. I'm young, 25 years old, but I have a boyfriend and we intend to get married, but his money habits don't match mine. It's not like they should anyway. Okay, I just feel like it's doomsday if we don't get married, and we'll be handling all the bills. I'll be handling all the bills and he will just be piling up debt on us as he tries his numerous job ideas and maybe business, business ideas. I think the idea of an independent woman, I think I like the idea of an independent woman, but would want that as my fallback plan. I don't think I'm ready to be the sole breadwinner of my future family. It seems scary. He really wants us to get married, but I'm dealing in 2 years, but I'm delaying the process to 5 when I feel he will be stable. But what if he isn't? Am I just dating under the facade that I don't care about men and their money, but I actually do? I think you are jumping ahead of yourself and solving a problem that is not today's problem. It's not even tomorrow's problem. It is many years down the line. You might be getting ahead of yourself. You might not be with this person forever. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, it seems like you think that, yeah, they are your person for you, but what if that doesn't work out? So I would probably wait to solve this problem, and solve it by getting a financial coach, helping with influencing business ideas, brainstorming, stuff like that. Yeah, but you don't need to solve it now. You're jumping ahead of yourself. I know as women we kind of look further ahead, but in this case you're not even engaged. So my partner and I are engaged. and we're looking to get married. I come from a very Christian home, and my family is not taking it well that we plan on doing dowry first and then doing the white wedding next year. According to my family, I can't move in with him after the dowry because it's not a marriage. In fact, let me link my marriage video, the wedding video here, because a lot of Christians do this. A lot. Okay, so it means that my fiance would pay dowry and I remain at home for a few months until the white wedding. The reason why we don't have to have the white wedding this year is because it's out of our budget. I told them that we will have a pastor bless our union at the dowry ceremony, but they're not comfortable with that situation. What do I do? You know, as an adult who is old enough to get married, you can actually do what you want. You will be married under customary law, and after that you go and be with your husband and invite them for the white wedding, and they will still come, or they won't and regret it. I have a family member who did not attend a wedding that she regrets, and it's been 17 years. She regrets it to date. So you can do what you want. It is your life. You're a full-grown adult who is old enough to get married, so make those choices for yourself. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed. Wow, the problems, wow, makes me feel like I don't have any problems, so I guess there's that. Anyway, and if you like this kind of segment, please let me know. Also give me like an idea of what kind of segments that you'd like me to be repeating, because I'm happy to do that. I enjoy creating content for you guys. Until next time, bye.